You know what's funny? The HOA that banned me from using my own well ended up begging me for water when nature turned against them. Yeah, the same people who called my well an eyesore. Let me tell you how karma drowned their pride, literally. My name's Ethan, and I've lived in this quiet, perfect HOA neighborhood for over 5 years. A few months ago, during a dry summer, I decided to dig a private well in my backyard. The water bills were insane, and I wanted a sustainable solution for my garden. But the HOA president, Nancy, said it violated neighborhood aesthetics. She claimed it would reduce property value. They fined me $200 a day until I shut the well off. I tried reasoning. I showed them permits, environmental benefits, everything. But they didn't care. They just wanted control. So I closed the well, and they celebrated like they'd won some war. Rising action. A few months later, the drought ended, with a storm. And not just any storm, the kind that breaks records. Thunder, lightning, rain for days. The whole area turned into a river. The HOA's fancy underground drainage system, completely clogged because they cut corners years ago to save budget. The neighborhood started flooding, and fast. Nancy and her board were panicking. Their homes were filling with water. Lawns were floating, cars half underwater, chaos everywhere. Turning point. And guess whose property stood completely dry? Mine. You see, when I built my well, I also made a natural drainage setup. Stone layers and runoff paths. It let water flow smoothly back into the ground. The HOA mocked it back then, or called it ugly landscaping. Now it was saving my house. Then came the moment of irony. Nancy herself came knocking on my door, drenched and desperate. "Ethan, can we use your pump to drain our basements?" I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Sorry, HOA rules say my well isn't allowed. Wouldn't want to violate aesthetics, right?" And I closed the door. Climax. By the next day, half the neighborhood was waterlogged. Insurance didn't cover the damage. And guess who got blamed for poor maintenance? Yep, the HOA board. Nancy resigned. The board collapsed. And the new president? He personally asked me to reconnect my well, said the neighborhood could use it. Now that same HOA that once punished me for being too practical depends on my well to keep the neighborhood running. Karma isn't always loud, and sometimes it just flows quietly, drop by drop. If you loved that revenge, hit like and subscribe. Because next time, I'll tell you how the HOA tried to steal my solar panels and ended up losing their power literally.